welcome to my channel. My name is Ilaria, also known as Ilaria Pops. I'm an illustrator based in Berlin, and here on YouTube you can see me trying to grow my little Etsy shop. So if you would like to follow my journey and learn more about handling a small business, this is the right channel for you. This week's video won't be a studio vlog, but a Q&A video. You will see me drawing while I answer all the questions that I received on Instagram. My followers also suggested me what to draw, so you will see me sketching some of their ideas. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. You can also turn on the notifications so you won't miss my contents in the future. But now let's start with the questions, because there are a lot and I want to have enough time to answer to everybody. And NOUR4221and65 Pink asked me, how did you start your business? I started in 2017. I worked for 11 years as a graphic designer for many companies, both in Italy and then here in Berlin. The last company didn't renew my contract. That was only for 2 years, and I was so happy because I didn't like the job and I was so sick and tired about working as an employee. Also, I was losing the passion of being a graphic designer, so I took advantage of that period. Since I was receiving money as an employee, I decided to take that time to study and finally change my career. I started to practice my illustration skills, to understand what was my favorite media and develop my style. After several months, probably 7 or 8, I don't remember, I opened 2 Etsy shops. One was only about my illustrations. I was selling prints and custom portraits at the time. The other one was all about mugs. I used to decorate mugs with my illustrations and also make custom ones. It has been a really successful shop, but after 1 year I decided to close it to concentrate only on my current shop. Tommy Digital asks, how did you figure out what your style was? It took me forever to find a style that I was happy with. I think you have to find your style when you look at your illustration and you are happy about it, but it takes a lot of time. You need to start somewhere. At the beginning you will make drawings that are probably quite ugly, but don't stop and don't be scared to post them on social media. After a while you will recognize that you draw something always using the same brush. You probably will draw using strokes or not. You might enjoy keeping your illustrations flat or full of details, and that is your style. If you like to draw cute characters or if you like to draw disproportionate bodies, that is your style. So just find out what you really like. Wee Moon Journal asks, what gives you inspiration to draw? I get lots of inspiration from other artists' work. When I open Instagram or Pinterest, I see so much beautiful art that I immediately feel the urge to draw and usually come up with some ideas. Sometimes I start from a specific subject, especially when I want to draw on a sticker sheet, so I usually look for picture references on Pinterest. When I'm literally out of ideas, I ask my Instagram community to suggest me something to draw, and I always get great ideas from them. De La Luz is asking me, would you like to visit Mexico? For sure! My husband made a beautiful trip to Mexico and Guatemala before we knew each other, and he always speaks about the trip and all the beautiful places he visited. So one day I would love to go, and I'm sure he can't wait to return to Mexico too. The question of Ana Mia, sorry, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, is what's your favorite part about being an artist? I would say that it's the fact that it doesn't feel like working to me, because illustrate and manage my shop is something that I deeply love, so I enjoy every minute I spend drawing, creating new products or packing orders. I also enjoy the freedom. It is nice to manage everything by myself and being my own boss. My beloved Jasmine is asking me, what is the fave to draw? Animals, plants, humans? I would say animals, especially cats and frogs. But lately I also like to draw plants and cute packages. Now is the time for Disa Doodles questions. She asked me, any tips for starting at YouTube? What content is easy to start out with, and so on? I think that the easiest videos are the ones where you film yourself drawing, like this one for example, using just a nice music in the background. Or if you used to draw digitally, you can just upload a time lapse to show your process, and that's it. Super easy. Maybe you can come up with a challenge, maybe a 10 days challenge, and show how do you draw the prompts in every video, and at the end you will have already 10 videos on your channel. The most important thing is to have fun while you make your videos. Don't forget about that. Another question from Disa Doodles is, any tips to get a more engaging following appeal to people for sales? This is not an easy one. With the Instagram algorithm and all that stuff, it's really difficult to see high numbers when posting. For sure, a nice way to let your followers engage is to ask questions. When you post a picture, always ask them to do something and tell them to answer in the comments. Also use your followers to ask them for tips and suggestions. This will make them feel helpful and they will for sure leave a comment. Try to post something that is informative for your followers or something that they can relate to. If your profile is about illustration, for example, show them your process or teach them how to draw something or how to use a tool. When it comes to appeal people for sales, the pictures quality of your products is the things that helps the most, but also sharing your process. When I share how I create my products, my potential customers can see my effort and learn the story behind my little production. They also like to see you and know more about you, so it is nice to also show your face sometimes. I know that this is something not easy to do, especially if you're an introvert person like I am, but people like to see us, especially with all our insecurities, because they can relate to us. Your brand will look more human and people will be happy to support you. Soy Marcerojas, again sorry if I don't spell your name correctly, asks some tips for small business. I would say be patient and dream big. It takes a lot of time to grow a little business. Don't stop believing in your dream. Learn from little businesses that are already successful and try to steal their secrets. Observe how they do, how they communicate, and then get to know your audience very well, so that you can speak to them. This is really important. It is also a lot of work. It's a 24/7 kind of work because it is your business and you won't stop thinking about it and worrying about it. But I'm sure that if this is something that you really love, you will find a way and one day you will succeed. So good luck, my dear. Elisa Talents asked me, do you work with any illustration agency? What do you think about that? Well, personally, I don't have an agent yet. I would love to get one, but so far I never applied to any agency. I only heard my colleagues' experience, and I learned that you need to find a person that you really trust and evaluate what kind of offer they have for you. An agent will take a percentage on your commissions, but will handle negotiations, contracts, rights, billing, and more. So I think it is worth it, especially if you don't like to manage these things. I also heard that if you have an agent, doesn't mean that you are going to work more. It probably depends on how many projects they think they are the right ones for you. I'm sorry I can't tell you my experience about this topic anyway. If you're thinking about looking for an agent, why not? You can find many agencies online that accept applications. If you find one that wants to hire you, please take your time to carefully understand what they offer to you. Finally, I think you have nothing to lose by being represented by an agent. Good luck with that, dear Elisa. My cozy studio asked me, I always have jittery lines with smooth ink brush. Any tips to keep it smooth? Hi there. You don't tell me which app or software do you use to draw, but I imagine you are talking about Procreate, am I right? I am not the best when it comes to set the brushes. In fact, I always purchase them from other artists, but have you tried to hire the streamline value under the stroke path option inside the brush studio? I will also suggest you to have a look at Lisa Bardot's brushes. She sells so many brushes and I'm sure you will find the right one for you. Another question comes from Shana Mentz. She asked me, how did you decide you were ready to open an Etsy shop? So I don't remember the moment exactly, but probably when I had something to sell. You know, opening an Etsy store might look like a big jump, but it is actually easier than you think. You just need to figure out what you want to sell, decide your prices, and know how to ship your products. Maybe you can visit your local post and ask them to help you figure out the local and international shipping costs. At the beginning, you will for sure lose money, probably because you set the wrong price for the shipments or because you spent too much on packaging materials, but you will adjust it with time and experience. Good luck with your shop, I'm sure it would be a successful one. Lauren Cherryfield asked me, how do you organize your workday or projects? I'm not the best when it comes to organizing things. Sometimes I don't even plan my day, especially when I need to finish something I started the day before. It depends on the projects that you have. For me, for example, at the moment I like to organize my work on a monthly basis. I have 2 bigger projects every month, such as getting things done for my Patreon and plan a monthly shop update. That is why I schedule my weeks with many smaller tasks, like writing the newsletter, decide which products I want to create, and start the drawing for them, make the rewards for my Patreon, etc. So I always start from a bigger project and then set some small tasks in order to get it done. I'm not too organized anyway. I can't schedule everything because I like to leave some space to be free for some last minute idea. I hope this doesn't sound too messy for you. Not Van Mel's question is, which device do you use for printing your stickers on a sheet and cutting them? So I use a Silhouette Portrait 2. The machine has a software called Silhouette Studio where you can set your stickers and all the cuts. It's not so expensive, so I think it is a good machine to start a little stickers business. Jasmine Lee Sung Yin asked me, what were you when you were a kid? This is a sweet question, dear Jasmine. I was a really shy girl, to be honest. I've always been bullied because of my weight, and that's why I didn't have many friends, but just a few good ones. Anyway, I remember that I liked to draw and use colored pencil already. Jasmine also asked, how do you make your doodle so cute? Thanks a lot, Jasmine. I don't know, to be honest. I like all the things cute, so it's just something that comes naturally to me. Finally, Leah Cottonhan asked me in a direct message, how did you do when you started your Etsy shop? Did you start to do art first and then Etsy? Yes, as I said, I opened my shop when I had an idea on what to sell. So I already had some illustrations ready to be sold. I know that it's hard to get sales, there are a lot of competitors, and Etsy is not going easy on sellers lately with all the things related to the algorithm that is changing all the time. Be sure to create good pictures. Your phone is enough. If you shoot next to a window to get as much light as possible, observe also how other sellers do, how they shoot, how they write the product description, and so on. Also try to build your own audience on other platforms like Instagram so you can send your followers to your shop. It takes time, be patient. Also, my shop is still not selling as I would like, and my shop is open already since 3 years. So good luck, my dear, don't give up. So my friends, I hope you liked this video. If you have more questions, just write them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer to everyone. Please leave a thumbs up to this video or share it with your friends if you find it helpful. Thanks for watching and I will see you very soon. Ciao, ciao!